Can you check now, Steve? See if we're online?
Yeah, yes, we are.
All right, perfect. Let's continue the game. Sorry about that, folks. If you're wondering, we've had technical difficulties abound.
You got the tater cats today.
Yay, Tater! How you doing?
Doing great. I'm going to do my best Eli Manning, Peyton Manning impersonation for this commentary,
I like it.
complete with the fire alarm.
Ooh, it's a nice touch. So what do you think, Tater? Do you think the Flamingos are
Hey,
going to
don't
be
try
able
it, Mom.
Do you think the Flamingos are going to rally, or do you think the Knights have already buried them?
Well, considering everyone seems to have butter on their gloves, what was that, like two or three drop passes in a row?
Yep.
I'm not sure. They have to really rely on their run game, or hopefully they can get some degreaser for their gloves.
It's fair. Steel Flex is going to get 8.
But the Knights are a fourth quarter team, right?
Second half. They're
They're a
good for
second
the
half
third
team,
quarter,
so.
too.
So wait, so if they're a second half team and they're up by halftime, does that mean they're going to lose? Like, is
You
that
know,
double negative?
No.
you say that, and they've done that quite a bit this season. So, I don't know.
I knew that.
To be fair, the Knights being a second half team is kind of a meme, just like the Hammerheads can still win this. It started when the Knights, in their first season, where they were getting decimated by everyone and didn't win a single game.
Costly pickup there.
Absolutely. As Wilford will get a good chunk of yards. Can y'all still see my screen, by the way?
Yes,
We
I
can.
Alright, excellent. So the Knights being a second half team actually started in their winless season where they weren't a second half team at all. So, I wouldn't take the Knights being a second half team as with any more value than the Hammerheads can still win this.
Bingos are starting to learn to catch again. It's exciting to see.
It is. As Jordals, the man, the myth, the legend, the future Hall of Famer.
There he is again. Not quite enough for a first.
There he is. Tater, I think you're like 3 seconds behind.
I should not be watching the Twitch stream. I'm sorry.
You should not be.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
As
See?
Webb is going to get a touchdown.
But see, this is what I do. Okay. Yes, I have the Twitch stream up, but I have the game covered. So I don't see the game on Twitch. I only see who's saying what on Twitch.
See, that's. I know that's how we do it.
Your brain, yeah, no, I get you. I do the same thing when I'm not streaming. It's not just you. Don't worry. As Botterman gets 4.
Take into the half.
Alright, I'd like to remind everyone that since we're home, the Knights are a second half team.
There it is.
Who's not a second half team, to be honest.
I am contractually obligated to say it in any Knights home game. I'm technically contractually obligated to say it in every game. But I always remember at home games.
Who's Holloway?
Marcus Holloway is the rookie quarterback for the Knights.
Yep.
Oh, I was trying to figure out their...
their user. I don't know off the top of my head.
I think that's a name from, like, the base Axis game.
That's pretty great.
Oh, it is.
As Vaughn Ubercast was going to get some good yardage here and get him to the 45. That's going to take him about 5 yards out of Pablo's range. He's already missed once tonight.
Great punt returns are really rare in this game, but it's great when you see it.
Oh, absolutely. It's also great when you see iBoss James get a catch and there's no flag.
Yeah, but it all depends how much these referees are paid, to be honest.
Yes. And the Knights actually hold them, so Pablo is going to punt. Dead Rabbit, so to quickly explain to everyone who's wondering, did my team play? No, this is our first game of the night. I had technical difficulties for about the first 10 minutes, where my mouse actually died about 2 minutes before the game started. So I had to switch out a mouse, and yeah, you haven't missed any games.
Whoa, that was weird. That was a sack, but it didn't really take away yards.
Because it was probably a designed run. It's play that gets fixed in 21.
One step forward, 2 steps back for the Knights on that drive.
Exactly.
And a great punt return from Uber Castle is going to get them into Pablo's range. Odeon, I believe the Dragons are third. I can't remember what I did for my schedule.
We all don't. Well, listen to this one, you all. Okay. So in this other football thing, the simulation NFL, whatever the heck it is, I helped him out with the stats for that now. Don't ask me how am I doing stats, but that's the only thing I can help him out with somehow.
Numbers, man.
Exactly.
As Wilford's going to get a good chunk of yards here.
This has been a good drive for Fort Lauderdale. I feel like they finally have some stuff coming together.
And, ooh, nearly picked there.
I might have just jinxed that.
Might have. Screen pass is going to lose yards, and let's get some fours in chat as it is a tie game. Fourth quarter, and anyone's game here.
It's been a tie game, and so sorry for me being a little Debbie Downer, everybody. Okay, this is how I'm gonna say this. Okay, it all depends who is going to win. Okay, and if that team wins, you know they will win that game. That's what I'm going to put it at. Okay, I'm not going to say well this team won or that team won. It all depends of which team wins. That's all it
That's
is.
right. And generally speaking, the team that wins has more points.
I'll be honest, in the history of football, no team has ever won with fewer points.
No, well, if you were watching the last Sunday the
And
football
there's
game,
pick number 3.
Ding dang.
well, like I was saying, if anybody was watching the NFL last Sunday on TV on Fox, the Eagles versus the Falcons, the Eagles creamed them by 40 points.
Yep.
I'm an
Great.
Eagles fan, by the way, all. So.
Great play by Strobel to get out of the way of the.
And Jordals is going to take it to the house.
And touchdown.
It's third and Jort, and he shows that flashes of what made him so great in the early seasons.
And field goal's good.
I think you might be right. I think one of these teams might win today.
That team that's up 17-7, that team will definitely win the whole game.
Oh, TC, I'm not saying that you're not so great as Cade Fletcher gets a huge yards there. I'm more just saying, kind of like those flashy plays that you used to do in your first seasons. You don't see those as much from you.
Nope.
Regression has caught up to you a little bit. You're still great.
I don't know. The Hollywood Knights are not out of this yet.
Oh, no. No.
No, okay. If they think that they're out of it, they're not. Okay, no team's out of it until a minute left or half a minute left in the fourth
Or a
quarter.
fat lady sings.
Exactly.
I believe as the great American sage Yogi Berra once put it, it ain't over till it's over.
This is the game. Maybe not, but it sure feels like it. Oh.
Holloway is sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Exactly. It is a turnover on downs.
Back in my day, we had elite passing attack, and the end zone was uphill both ways in the snow.
Shut up, old timer.
And so Fort Lauderdale's content to burn out the clock as they're going to win this 17-7.
Congratulations to Fort Lauderdale. They won the game.
And with that, the Knights will secure the 3rd overall pick.
Yep. And
Right.
the
Who
draft.
you got? I know it's a little early to talk about mock drafts, but who do you think the Knights are eyeing up?
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of good people in this draft. We talk about the draft class size, but it's still growing and it's going to be amazing, I think.
Yes. Whenever is a draft thing, I will be covering the draft if it's going to be live streamed.
I haven't figured out the draft yet. I gotta fix it. Are they going to fix timeouts in 21? Dead Rabbit? They absolutely did. That was one of the big things that we told them to, and the Axis team actually worked with us on it. So yes, timeouts are fixed in 21.
Wait,
Which,
the active team actually worked with you for once?
yeah, oh, they work with us a lot. It's not for once.
Bingo's not done yet.
But wait a
They
minute.
just
But
scored some garbage time points.
But how do you even keep contact with them? That's my question.
Oh, so I'm going to use this to make a shameless plug for our Pro Bowl game on Monday. Our Pro Bowl game is in Axis 21. I definitely recommend all of you tuning in. It will be covered by Dustin Johnson of the Vancouver Victorious Lions, and LBG of Pro Baseball Experience fame, and Derek Wildstar is his player. They will be covering our Pro Bowl on Monday. But how we keep in contact with them, we're big on the Axis server. We talk with them a lot, as Tater and I both know.
Okay, can you wait? You mean the Discord server?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you send me a them, please? Because I really
absolutely.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I really want to keep in contact with them.
Yeah, but no. So with that in mind, in Axis 21, Dogwood Maple's going to score a garbage time touchdown. They're going to go for the onside kick, but it won't matter. But Maple gets his stats for the season. But moreover, with our Pro Bowl on Monday, Danny has done the playbook and the depth chart and the sliders for the American Division team. As Rookie Sensation will recover that, and that will end the game.
Yep.
So definitely watch our Pro Bowl game on Monday. It'll be well worth the watch. So all the questions about the 21 and the engine, you will be able to see it. All right.
21 is a nice increment. I think we've talked about it before, but a lot of the things that they did, it's kind of a small adjustment, but I think a lot of the things are going to be a lot nicer. For one, I think, and I think TLK will probably talk about this later, but we can't talk about it during the Pro Bowl. But the stats for defense and special teams are improved as well. So we'll have more stats to track, which will make following your player a little bit more exciting than, hey, I got a couple tackles and maybe a sack.
Which reminds me, we gotta figure out how to get the stats onto that website.
You can still upload them to the website. There's just not a whole lot.
We gotta figure out a way to get it embedded within the stat bot.
Good job, Phil. So just bear with me, all because I have the game up too. So.
Anyway, I will be right back.
Sounds good. I'll be right here as I'm trying to remember who the Aztecs are. Wallabies. All right, folks. I'm going to do a prediction. And it's a very important prediction.
And what's that? What's your prediction?
So it's going to be, I'm asking the team. We're going to start one up. It's going to be over-under on Aztec points.
Oh.
All right, we're going to start this prediction. All right, this prediction is really important with the 17.5. New Zealand has a 7% chance, but don't let the odds fool you. New Zealand has upset everyone this season. There's a lot riding on this game.
But there's always something driving on that game.
So, right, but if the Aztecs get the spread, if the Aztecs lose the spread, so if they lose by more than 18 points, they will lose the 1 seed in the international division. If they win or lose by less than 17, they hold on. There is a lot at stake here for this game, for this seed. So wait, over is them losing by 18 or more. Yes. So I should revise it. Let me refund everyone and let me rephrase it. All right, let's go. The prediction is up. I'm gonna let all the teams know they're playing.
And look at that. See, I already casted my first prediction. That's all I'm going to say. I'm
I'm
not going to
proud of
tell
you.
you who. I'm not going to tell you who, but you'll all find out later. So enjoy the game, folks.
All right, let's
And
do this.
and yes, you all, I will be a little bit more active with commentating now. Trust me, I will.
Excellent. So DG now understands prediction. There is a lot riding on this game. Do not dare break on me, Axis Football 2020. Nuh-uh. You're gonna
Yeah,
work.
it's gonna break.
Nope. Nope, it does this all the time. I'm not worried. And Pengu kicks off. And so Softens is going to start as the Wallabies are going to try and stop the Aztecs offense, the only team to score 100 points in a single game this season. Over 100. As Quattro is going to be
And there's a
tackled.
flag on play.
It's an offsides. They will decline it because they gain more yards on the ground with Quattro. We'll see if that comes back to bite them as Softens is sacked. And Apache. Tackler couldn't get there to make the block, so they're going to start out of Strap to Pengu's range. As Tidwell will get the first. Tidwell again. Deep bomb downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. McMorris is going to find Mixa Musa Mickey Mouse for 2, making this 3rd and 8. Tidwell is not going to get the first this time, and so they're going to turn to Chinstrap to Pengu to put points on the board.
Yes, they will.
And it's good. And McDonald is going to be met at about the 18. Neither of these kickers are 99 power, so it will be interesting as Quattro runs out of bounds. the Wallabies and the Aztecs have a very similar play style, which is they're not going to beat you with a lot of flashy plays, but they'll grind you down with a defense. And they're
Yes,
not
they
going to
will.
score much on offense, but they'll make it hurt when it matters.
Yep.
And then they have William Slayton, who's just a god amongst men. And I say that with full confidence.
Green three, set, go.
As McMorris is sacked.
Black eight, set to hike.
Short pass to Mickey Mouse is going to get a huge chunk of yards.
Yes, he will.
He has not rushed the ball once tonight, and he's doing it. Might have Collinsworth to his Rogers? I think maybe? I don't know.
I guess. I would look into that and see, to be honest, but I don't think.
Green one.
Because if I would known, I'd definitely tell you, to be honest, but I don't.
As Colt Remington, Wellington's going to get them this, and it's 3rd and 4 in the just outside of the red zone.
Yep.
Play action from McMorris. Short pass to Colt Remington, Wellington, whose face gen is on the truth, so I apologize, Merksy. It is in the game, but I got the face gens wrong. I gotta fix that.
Black 39.
Morris back to pass. Overthrown.
Red 10. Hike.
Got it.
Collinsworth could be commentating and find a way to bring up Rogers' stats. Look, that's fair. The problem is when William Slayton does things, he does absurd things, and I just love. Like, I could make a highlight reel promoting our league and just have William Slayton highlights, and it would be honestly a great highlight reel. I should actually make a highlight reel when I have time.
Black 5. Go.
What season is he? Season 1. As Matthew McDonald will get a great catch there. Peter Soffins is 4 for 4 on the night. He hasn't been able to throw much, but when he has, he's been making them count.
Blue 33. Ready.
As Quattro's going to get a handful of yards, and this isn't James Bond's range. As Iro will get the first. There's someone who's been very quiet all season, but he shows up in a big way here. And a literal fridge, someone who hasn't been quiet all season, will get that one.
Red 31. Hike.
That's how Uncle Iro do. That's true.
Blue 19. Ready. Hike.
Short pass from Soffins, overthrown.
Black 5.
As Iro is going to step out of bounds, he's been making things happen tonight, and it's 3rd and inches.
21. Go.
Play action for Soffins. Short pass to Quattro. Quattro can't stay in bounds to get the first. But with 1:55 and a fresh set of downs, you got a chance to just feed him the rock. And they're not going to. They're going to rely on Soffins. But it looks like both ShamWow and they're in the I form, and they're going to use neither. There's a flag here as there's nothing but Wallabies near that player. And a hold is going to send this back to 2nd and 20. 2nd and 10. That's a UX thing. Realize I'm talking up a storm, so I apologize. And a literal fridge is going to get the pass interference. Now it's 1st and 20, or whatever, and 20. And Montroy will make it hurt with a touchdown. Mexico City takes the lead. Also, Dead Rabbit, in my defense, William Slayton is playing in this game. So I'm not randomly bringing him in.
Red 10. Go.
As Tidwell is going to get the first. There needs to be an SCFSL out of context montage too. Yo, I'm here for that. As Colt Remington Wellington. Miksamusi Mickey Mouse makes a spin move and makes a man miss. That was a huge run from Mouse. Not to be confused with Zach Mouse. And Sean Dawkins makes McMorris pay. Ah, yes, that's true. That was a tongue twister, dude. I know. I tie my own tongue sometimes. Dolphins back to pass. Montroy. Time is running out though for the Aztecs as Softens is sacked. Providence C. Rab, I think, will get him. Well, thank you. And Quattro Quattro will end the half with a short gain. My Fitbit is telling me I have walked 250 steps this hour. I have not left my seat. But I can tell you I'm sitting on the edge of it, as it is a 1-point game. New Zealand starts with the ball on a touchback. McMorris avoids the sack and finds Slayton. I'm told I need to hate him more. I don't know Phil. So, Steve, what's your thoughts on William Slayton? That was my wife, everyone. Gino Presto will get that sack, as McMorris, back to pass, will find Mickey Mouse. And it's 3rd and 16. He's got a man deep. He goes for Mouse, though, who gets the easy first down and puts them just outside of Pengu's range. Play action. McMorris is just met by Aztecs in the back. And it's 2nd and 16. Nearly a Jimbo sack there, as that's going to be dropped. And it's 3rd and 16. If you bet the under, you're loving this right now. And so here we go. Aztecs have a chance to raise the stakes a little bit. And they're going to start with the McDonald over the middle for a first. Play action. Quattro's going to get a yard. Softens back to pass, overthrows, or throws it away. And so here we go. Wallabies with 1 minute and 3 seconds. By the way, I know both of these games have been fairly low scoring, but we've had just competitive games for the first couple. They've been really good. As Colt Remington Wellington's going to get 9. Morris gives it to Mickey Mouse, who will get the first. And let's get some fours in chat as we have a 1-point game. Wallabies have the ball. It's 2nd and 7. As McMorris is 7 for 23, 1 interception, 166 yards, and quite a few drops, as that's pick number 2. And Daniel Grumathan, I think he's going to take it to the house. No, he's not. He gets stopped at the 28. And Quattro says, okay, I'll make a good chunk of yards, though. He's averaging 7 yards a carry. I see the counting bot is here as well. Softens. Ooh, nearly picked there.
Green,
Wallabies need something to go their way if they want to win this. Otherwise, the Aztecs. So, fun fact, if the Aztecs win tonight, or at least beat the spread, as ShamWow is going to be short, but it will be four points, which means DG is going to be happy. As the Wallabies will now go for it on 4th down every time. Switch to Blood Bowl rules, murder the other team.
Oh my God, I'm back.
Welcome back.
For about 3 minutes.
blue 19.
It's okay.
Ready, set, hunt.
McMorris finds wide open Slayton. There he is. And just like that, the Wallabies are back in the lead, but they still have to score 14 more unanswered points in order to take the division. Otherwise, the Aztecs will, for the first time since when we've had the American International split, take the international division.
Yeah.
Blue 26. Blue 26. Go.
Think I can get 87 more yards. I don't know, DJ. Also, keep in mind, the Statabase doesn't have the stats from week 13 because the AI is... The script writing was a little funky. As a literal fridge, it's going to get
Blue
a
7.
first down.
Blue 7. Set.
Quattro.
Green 29. Green 29. Set, hike.
Scadilius Kipoclison will get him for the sack.
Hike. Green 46. Green. Hike.
Softens back to pass. Has a man deep. And it's Quattro.
Yep.
There's a Let's Go text being shouted. I love it when the fans show up. And this one's going to be a beautiful coffin from James Bond.
Red 9. Red 9. Set, hunt.
McMorris back to pass. And he decides to give it to Mickey Mouse.
31. Red
Hello, Tater.
31. Ready.
Is that a third person I hear, or am I losing my mind?
Now, it's my TV.
Ah. Outstanding display of cowardice.
Set, hunt.
Oh, it's the GM. So even though the Aztecs lose tonight, they will hold on to the division. Unless the Wallabies get some luck to go in their way, as Exis Oop is going to get that.
47.
Sadly, the Wallabies don't know that they need to score again and will run out the clock. Run, Forrest, run. Tom Hanks hits the nail on the head with that. The AI is just playing for the win. They're not playing for the points. Which means that the Aztecs, for the first time in the International American Split, will win the division. Despite the loss. They will get a first-round bye in the 2 seed.
2 seed? You mean 1 seed?
Nope, 2 seed. We have 2 divisions.
41.
American and International. And the International division is, yeah. So it's 13-10. Congratulations to the Aztecs for clinching the division. Congratulations to the Wallabies for making what is likely the 5 seed. And, yeah. So despite the loss, the Tex walk away victorious. Alright, I'm going to do another prediction for this game, and if you can, definitely tune in. This is going to be high flying and sparks. Alright, and it is Dragons hosting the Twisters. I'm just going to do this as a straight prediction. All right, folks. Go predict. This is another big game because this will dictate the 1 seed. Steve, you're asking about 2 seed? This is for the 1 seed.
Okay.
There is a lot at stake here. If the Twisters win, they keep the division. If the Dragons win, oh boy, we have chaos. It is rainy and no winds.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons are the favorites. By the way, I want to point out, if the Dragons win, not only is there chaos, there is chaos that is dependent very much on the Aliens-Vipers game later. And for those of you who are League history buffs like me, if there's one thing that we all know about the Vipers, they play nothing quite like the ability of nothing to win except ruining the day of the aliens. It is quite something. So get your
That's true.
predictions in. It's going to be fun.
Welcome.
Hey,
Welcome back.
Yep, welcome back.
it's my team again.
It is. This should be fun. This-
I'm excited.
This might actually be the super casual bowl, as it's a pick sack by Michael Wilson.
What?
Called, but it's going to be declined because of the penalty. But what a play! That was the greatest non-play that has ever happened in our league history.
Okay, wait, was that a fumble or a pick?
It was a pick!
Holy cow.
And if you hadn't done the offsides, you would have had it. And now Denver is going to make you pay for it.
I didn't have an offsides.
That's
I'm
fair.
here as a completely neutral commentator today.
That's fair. I meant you as the Twisters as a whole, but I appreciate the neutrality, as I'm just here for a great game. It's Dayton Mack back to pass. For those of you who don't know, there is a beef history in this game. There is a lot on the line. Both pride and dignity.
There is some Angus beef in this.
As Dash Runman falls forward, and there's another offsides. These penalties are hurting, as it's 2nd and inches.
That one didn't hurt too bad.
As Lucas
First one
Arnold,
for sure.
who I don't know if I'm able to announce where he is going this offseason. Welcome back, Odeon. Dayton Mack finds Dash Runman.
It was an easy find considering there were the only two in the backfield.
Yeah, that's true. Mack with that dodge, I love it.
And despite a very, very promising drive, they only come away with 3.
Hey, if there's any indication about tonight that has been the case, it has been these 3 points. They all add up.
Yeah.
We've
They add
had
up to 3.
They do, but we've had nothing but close games going into the 4th quarter.
That's right.
As Larson.
Okay. The stream froze for me, and I was wondering if the game crashed. Because
Nope.
if there's one thing that the Twisters and Dragons,
Ophius
and
Non will get the pick.
There's one thing about Dragons Twisters is that it's likely the game might crash.
Between all the angst, absolutely. Rabbit is saying that Dash Runman is holding on to his job. Because I can't leak anything, I do know that that the Dragons currently hold the #1 overall pick. I can't speak to any trades that may or may not have occurred.
Nice sack by Michael Wilson.
Yeah. As Carmichael Runt. By the way, Michael Wilson is likely the DL of the year, as that brings up the end of the 1st quarter.
3rd and 17, big play here. I mean, if Dragons can capitalize on that, the serious momentum swing that they've had, they won't. But you know, they'll at least have 6 points and took the ball away from the Twisters for the entire quarter.
Yeah. I mean,
Of course, it can only take one weasel catch to turn this game around.
that's true. But the Denver fans, if anything, are loud in the stadium, and it makes it tough for the Aztecs offense to work. Not Aztecs, Twisters. You knew what I meant. As Ping
Oh, I
Xiaopo
know what
gets
you meant.
short.
As a fan who lives in Denver myself, I can say that Denver can get pretty loud for a place with no oxygen.
What's the secret? There's no oxygen, so it amplifies the sound. That's why in space everyone can hear you scream. Right? That's how it goes? Thaddeus
More or less.
Branson has thrown 2 completions for 13 yards and 1 interception. He is now
Technically 3 completions.
3 completions for 21 yards. This is not the start Branson wants in this game, as that's going to be a turnover on a punt. By the way, Team Chaos... Yeah, no coffin. Team Chaos will win if the Dragons win, because I've got to do all that playoff math. As Adonis King is going to get short.
Adonis King was a fellow Rail Raider in the original season, right?
No, he never played for the Rail Raiders.
Oh no, he was on the original Kings team. Is that right?
Nope, never played in Dev League.
What?
Yeah, he's been a Dragon since day 1.
Okay, whatever. I guess I don't know who I'm talking about.
Are you talking about Tom Holland? No, he wasn't an original,
No,
though.
he wasn't a...
I don't
I know
even...
Odeon was, but...
Odeon
anyway,
was.
it was a great stop on defense. Twisters get the ball back. Let's see if they can break their... Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I lost... You cut out a bit there, Tater. What were you saying? As Turner will get the first down, and they hit the 2-minute warning.
I don't know what it is about Thaddeus and throwing interceptions when I'm on the call, man.
As Vents will get it over... Can we just talk about that throw really fast? That was...
I didn't even see the receiver.
It went over the head of the defender, who tried to jump forward a step earlier, and into the hands of Red Vets. That was just a great play.
And with the capitalization on 2 interceptions, the Twisters have got to find some way to keep this game competitive.
Scoring might be a good way to start.
Scoring would be a great way to start. Yeah.
Yeah, Rail Raiders.
Rail Raider.
Rail Raiders are better than the Stinky Kings. By the way, Chess is here in chat. Friendly reminder, Chess, I will be seeing you on Thursday, as that is a quick stop by the Dragons. So here's my question. Do I bring the SCFSL bucket hat or my Crabs baseball hat? I think I'm going to
You
do...
could bring both and switch them out.
I could. I think I'm going to bring the bucket hat, though.
It's good. It's good for this kind of weather, you know. Keep the back of your neck from getting sunburned.
Absolutely.
It looks good. And there we go.
James Cody, is this the momentum they
He's
need?
like, we want some interceptions too.
Well, you know what they say about Dayton Mack. He can read a defense as Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong is the only Twister to make the Pro Bowl. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very unhappy, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
I think the entire defense should have made the Pro Bowl. They played incredibly well this year. Thaddeus, no, I don't think he should have made the Pro Bowl.
Oh no,
With,
Dayton Mack absolutely belonged there. That was not even... I voted Mack. Like, and with how Branson is playing, Monster of the Woods will get that pick. There is no reason to believe that that should change with the quarterback choice.
No, I don't think that should be in contention. The defense, I think they played really well this season. I'm really impressed with how they performed, and you know, it would have been great to see a couple more of them on the Pro Bowl roster.
Absolutely. Mack finds Runt. Runt makes a man miss, and Runt is going to get tackled at about the 25 with 10 seconds. It's gutsy. Play action.
They're not really gonna.
And they're not calling a timeout, so they won't get any points. Lidditz is saved by the bell. I'm so excited for 21 when that changes.
Me too. Except for in that specific case.
Then you miss Axis 20. I don't like when it works against me. I just like when it works
Yeah,
for
no.
me.
The rules only apply when it is
Ooh.
in my favor. Oh my goodness, Dad, come on.
I've always wondered this, and so Tater, I'm hoping you can answer this question. Is Thad like a double agent for whatever is the presumptive top team? Like, remember when he was playing the Wallabies and decided that that was the moment he needed to let the Wallabies try and win and threw like 4 picks in 4 plays?
He's got an incredible amount of talent, but very low football IQ, which is not what you want in a quarterback.
That's fair.
He suffered about 14 concussions before his sophomore year of high school.
See, he
And
joined.
because of that, he has a weird, rare condition where his brain can't recognize jersey colors. And also sometimes he just forgets who he is and poops his pants.
Well, the good news
other than
is
that, he's got a strong arm. He just got a couple more points into his speed, and we know that he can run. As I think he does have the longest run of a QB this season.
Show me.
6.
No. You missed it on Monday. Shiomi ran for 15.
All right, good for him.
Her, but yes.
Her. My goodness, I can't do anything right.
It's okay. I have memorized these. They're ingrained in my brain. I don't expect anyone else to. One of the good things.
Jeremy, I'm with you. Axis is not in our. The Axis gods are not in our favor this time. I don't know what you did to upset them, Jeremy. What did you do?
As Brenton is sad.
That is
So awareness will be a huge factor in 21 in terms of quarterback throwing. I don't know if you've noticed that as much as I have. But quarterback
no,
throwing.
I haven't had much time to test recently. It's been a while since I've looked at. I haven't actually looked at player stats. I've basically been checking the stuff. Ooh, I thought that was gonna get picked.
Instead, you get a little bit more distance with a punt.
Starting to see a good trend here from the Twisters offense. Get 1 first down and punt.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it pays out for him.
Generally, we do rely on our defense to bail the team out as they get a insta-sack there. Speaking of, that is not a feature from the Axis 20 game that I will miss.
Oh no, I don't think anyone's going to miss it. Except for maybe a couple of DLs.
Yeah, a couple DLs are going to be like, oh, darn.
They're nerfing DLs again.
But we'll get to unnerf the speed aspect since now that doesn't break the game.
Yeah, I want to do some testing on that. So I'll probably...
So now we'll have sprint champions on the line again.
As Larson. I want to do testing before I uncap that.
Chat, or have we kind of just been so anemic that it's kind of, this game might be over?
What was the question?
Should we do 4s in chat, or is this game kind of over?
You've thrown 3 picks. You've thrown as many completions as incompletions. Yeah, no. This is going to be over after this play.
Yeah, I think so too. Kind of a disappointing showing for the Twisters. I think they had a little bit more that they could have
Absolutely
done on offense.
If it makes you feel better, Denver did not run Space Raid.
It doesn't make me feel better.
I don't know.
Interesting. If I was playing this game, I think I would have declined that penalty. You have, for some reason, and you know this, trying to score from the 2-yard line with a kick or a touchdown is so much more difficult for some reason.
Yeah, but we don't expect the AI to know the AI's own weaknesses. Then it would become a self-aware robot, and that's a problem in itself. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. When the robots rise against us, Axis is going to take us all down.
Very odd ad placements.
Which ones? You mean just like on the sides?
All right, so I think now the plan for the Twisters should just be don't get shut out. Kind of try to find your way. Anyway, really, there we go.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
We gotta play dangerous here. If that throws another interception, who cares?
Miles Burrow, we got that. Imagine a comeback if they just come back down 16-0. Yo, if, honest to God, if Lidditz mounts a comeback here, that will be wild.
It would be, and in fact it's so wild that I'm not even going to consider it.
Because that would
Kind of
mean
like
the
defense
AI
is a
would
big
have to know to go for 2, and Thad's going to run and get sacked, and it's 4th and 12.
4th and 12. That's reasonable. Why we ran I formation route there, I don't know, but whatever.
Hey, he decided to punt it.
Actually, that was a lot better outcome. I feel like the Dragons should feel really silly for intercepting that. Oh my goodness!
You've
We didn't
got
get to-
points
thank
on the
you.
board. I'm proud of you. Your defense has scored more points than your offense. As quarterback for the Twisters, how do you feel?
As the GM of the Twisters, co-GM of the Twisters, I want to definitely reiterate that I think that the Twisters the defense should have definitely had some more Pro Bowlers because they scored more points than our offense.
That's fair.
Yeah, Jeremy, I think I'm with you. I think this might have been on me again.
I mean, to be fair, the Twisters have not beaten the Dragons all season. This is the
That's
second
true,
matchup.
But 4 interceptions in a game is usually pretty rare. But I feel like every time I've been in the booth, which I think has been 3 times now, I think each of those times that is at least matched 4 interceptions in a game.
Hey, Weasel got a good catch. Okay, so here's something interesting. If you score now, you're going to go for the onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
You can, in theory, tie this up.
We could, in theory, but again, I don't like theory.
You know what the practicality is? Pink Shell runs out of bounds. You got to throw it a little bit more downfield.
Let's just be thankful it wasn't picked. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, one more shot. Do not miss your chance to blow it.
And he does.
And he did.
And that'll do it.
Well,
Denver's...
actually, here we go. 4 points on the board. Nope. Maybe not.
Nah, they're going to burn out the clock. You got one more shot.
Yeah, sorry to all the Twisters in the chat. How Jeremy's in here. Yeah, I think maybe next time I just won't be in the booth when the Twisters play. Hopefully that'll revert the curse.
And Runman makes one of your players look silly. And so Denver wins. Welcome to World of Chaos. It is now all on the Aliens Vipers game.
That's right. Which is not the next game. It's Reykjavik and Hammerheads.
Yep. I just had to mix it up.
I do this weird thing where when I say 2 team names, I'll say the city of the first one and then the mascot for the second team.
There are certain ones I will do that for always, and certain ones I won't. It's always the Aliens, it's never Roswell.
Yeah.
It's always the Hammerheads, it's never Madagascar. And it's always Lidditz, it's never the Twisters. It's just weird, like, Vegas is always Venom, like... Alright, Tater, who you got this game?
I want Madagascar to win, but I have to admit I've had a soft spot for the Frost Giants ever since, I don't know. I liked
Ever since they ruined you last season?
No, actually that sort of hurt things, but Ben and I had a lot of fun in the branding team, and that's kind of his team, and I've just always liked him. The rivalry between us was great before I think we were sort of rivals with Reykjavik before we were able to compete with the Wallabies, and they're a good team. I like those guys.
Oh, I should pay out the prediction.
In fairness, I haven't actually bet on this game yet, so I can't actually curse Reykjavik. Actually, do I want to curse Reykjavik and see if the Hammerheads win? Maybe we can prove that I am cursed. You know what? Sure, let's do it. Screw it. I'll see. I'll see how cursed I am.
You're no Phil, but we'll see how it goes, as there is a false start on Trench Warfare.
Black 5. Black 5. Set hike.
Interception. I cannot read who got that. I will
Red 31.
hopefully see it on stream. Matthews, congratulations for your interception.
Blue 47. Set hike.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a prediction and get people excited.
Yeah, that's why I'm just covering for you.
I appreciate it.
Black 11. Black 11.
As it's 3rd and 2.
All right, I'm gonna put 5,000 towards the
And real games.
Hammerheads. Come on, how do I? Okay.
It's
Which way
touchdowns.
should I go to see if I'm cursed? I'm gonna go with under because that's embarrassing. I think both these teams are capable of at least getting over.
I should have raised it, but at this point we're already there.
Go.
So I'm gonna go on the lower side and see. Well, we're already at 1.
So Archie Swift will get the sack.
Green 46.
And Picard is tackled for a loss. It's 3rd and 25. They need some mouse magic. And it might be a sack. It's going to be a short pass to Picard, and Picard's going to get a good chunk of yards.
That was a really good chunk of yards. I think that helps keep the punt out of field goal range. So they will have to work for points.
Blue 4.
Absolutely.
Reykjavik.
As Noble the Second will get it first.
Red 9. Red 9. Set.
I feel like I should add something to that sentence, but I didn't know how to follow up that.
That's
That's
it's
horrible
really
accent.
hard. I don't even know what accent that was.
44.
I tried to ignore it. I figured you
Try
just
and
let it
press
drop. As Johnson is sacked.
Speaking of dropped,
3. Green 3.
Jack Gunner with the sack.
Set hike.
And
Ooh, let's see where the
Kobayakawa will
Cardinals
get the
get them.
first.
Red 44.
Interesting call. I thought I saw a knee down before the ball crossed the plane.
And Tebow touchdown.
I really love that the Tim Tebow player icon doesn't look anything remotely like Tim Tebow, the real person.
Yep. Zach
Actually,
Mouse
kinda makes it better.
did sign an extension with the Hammerheads, saying that he wants to see defensive improvement. And unlike in real life, Tebow is a good tight end. Tebow's a great tight end here.
Yeah,
And Henry Moore will get the first.
21. Black 21. Set.
Looks like Tater might give me 1K.
Red 10.
We'll see.
I'm just giving channel points away at this point. Who wants some?
Black 8.
Who wants a face gem?
Hike.
Yeah, who wants a how much are face gens?
20,000. Or a $5
Wow.
donation to the Suicide Prevention Hotline. Which,
Uh,
you know what? Let's do it. We're doing a giveaway. So, first person to post and face gen claim will get 1 free face gen because I will pay the $5 to the Suicide Prevention Hotline to make sure that you can get it.
suicides get prevented.
That was a giveaway? Oh, you mean the throw. That was just bad.
The throw was errant, and I am not going to judge.
Green 17. Red hike.
Let's see who's the first person to claim a face gen.
Red 31. Red 31.
You know you want it.
Set hike.
Great run there.
Right. I totally get, Tater and I both get your AI frustrations. I can say with confidence, it's still definitely a work in progress, as wide
my
open
goodness.
as Tebow. I can say with confidence, though, the AI in 21 is a lot stronger. Would you
They
agree?
did a really interesting thing Danny was just talking about, where the zone read AI is a little bit more clever.
Hey, that's good. I mean, I like a clever defensive AI. Wait, clever good or clever too clever for its own good?
No, like it actually makes sense.
Oh,
So
okay. I
if
want to
two
know.
receivers were in the zone, the game would freak out because it was only expecting one receiver to be in the zone. So the zone cover DB would get confused or try to split the gap, which usually left both open. But in a patch that he did, he updated the logics that they have a primary and secondary receiver in their zone. So if two receivers come into the zone, they'll match the primary first, but at least shadow the secondary.
So yeah, that's a fair point about like how nobody needs a quarterback. I don't want to speak for any team saying, "Oh, we'll switch our quarterback out," because I don't know how they're gonna do that. But I mean that's always the case with sim leagues, though. Is there's always a logjam at quarterbacks. Very few teams are gonna look at a quarterback of the future and not go, "We've already got one." If most of the time they know who they've got and they've invested in them.
Yeah, the Twisters might be the one exception there. I think they've invested a lot of work in their QB, but I think he might have his head chopped off when he gets back in Lidditz.
Gets off the plane and there's just
Yeah.
there's just people on the rooftop waiting.
Gonna hang him by a pretzel.
Live by the pretzel,
Ooh.
die by the pretzel. As Kobai Akawa will get the first.
He's having a great game. Five rushes for 34.
Yeah.
With how fast the DLs are in this game,
Well,
every yard is impressive.
I'll actually say this. I think he's having a terrible game. And here's my...
Well, now you've done it.
Yeah, I know, right? My challenge is this. Because the Hammerheads defense is mostly sitting in the development league, it's going to be very different. Remind me, Haseo, to message you the play calling sliders for what they're going to look like next season. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with sort of how the AI is going to behave. Just
Ooh,
on
I'm
a...
so excited to talk about that.
Alright.
Sliders are going to help teams that don't have a lot. Great touchdown there. I know you just said he's having a bad game.
I think it's more
but,
just
I mean,
comparative to his opposition.
Fair enough. The sliders will allow teams to build playbooks that favor what they're good at. So if you have good tight ends, you can favor plays heavily that are good tight end plays. So you'll be able to see a lot more parity with teams that are smaller, being a little bit more strategic with the plays they call. And I'm really excited for that.
Right. And so even on defense, like, you can call how often you blitz. Right now on defense, you just set a formation and pray.
Yeah, the defensive stuff is going to be very interesting. What's the space rate equivalent of a defense?
What's the space rate equivalent of a defense? I don't know. All right. Yeah, it'd have to be all-out blitzes non-stop. Because the idea is that you're so fast, you just pass by everyone and throw. So yeah, it would have to be all-out blitz.
Yeah, I actually have a theory about that. I think Axis has a built-in timer for the QB to drop back. So I think if you did an all-out blitz and you just made sure that a DL was able to get to the quarterback before the animation finished, great run there again. I think you could probably make that playbook work, but you would get screwed the minute the traffic in the O-line gets crazy.
Yep. Here, I'm just so you can see it, say I'm gonna send to you now.
But yeah, I think this is something to look forward to. I think we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see teams be a little bit more unique, especially on the play calling. We'll actually have. If you're watching a game, you'll be like, "Oh, that is such a Reykjavik play." They love pitching to the right side because that's what they do.
That's true. I don't think there is any team that is as unique and as staggered in the all-offense, zero-defense as the Hammerheads right now. But yeah, so I just sent it to you in your PM, so you can just take a look at it. But as you can see, like, that's kind of what they're running. And by the way, this is like some. So right now it's just pass run slider. I believe twisters are at like a 70-30, and don't quote me on that.
Another good rushing touchdown.
Thomas
Yeah, we're
Noble.
at 70-30.
Yeah.
Jeremy was just talking to me about moving to 80-20 before that game, and now I realized that that was a horrible idea.
Hear me out, Jeremy. What about a
It's actually
30-70?
below 100. Let's hand the ball off 100% of the time. So
Can't do
Thad
that.
doesn't touch it.
So there is still some things. I am keeping the 80-20-30-70 split. So you can only still max out, but you can now choose sort of how you're doing that. So you can say, on fourth down, 100% of the time, and long I want to throw it. That's fine. It'll move the total slider. So it's a lot more free will. I just don't want everyone throwing it every single goddamn play, because I will cry.
Yeah, space raid.
I mean, the vertical attack in this one, the credit to the Frost Giants, their defensive backs are actually really good. You've got Leif Keeblerson, Riley Matthews, both of them are exceptional. As Boateng will get that one, there's the deep bombs. I almost wonder if air raid might work better for the Hammerheads. We'll never know, as this is the last game of the season for them. Next season, Reg Broccoli's being called up. I think they have a couple of other defensive players. I'm real excited to see.
I'm really sad they got Reg Broccoli.
Oh, it's so good.
We were hoping he would drop low enough for the Twisters to get him. Yes, I know.
I'm sorry. There was not a chance in hell that was happening.
I know, but man can dream, can he? You were talking about us coming back from a 16-0 deficit with 2 minutes
That was
left.
more likely.
Okay, fair.
You got the 2. You got the hardest part out of the way. Yeah, exactly. The Vancouver Lion, he was not falling out of the top 3. Yes, that's the other thing that I do love with 21, because it's a really important thing to bring up. The catching and receiving and throwing logic changed. So you're going to see a lot better throws in the end zone. The short red zone is no longer going to be a kiss of death.
Yeah, that was actually interesting to watch. I did a couple of sims specifically looking for that play. And yeah, it's actually kind of interesting watching the receiver stay in bounds, and then the throw trajectory matches the back of the end zone, not 10 yards past the end zone.
Right. It's not the... I don't know the difference between the end zone and 50 yards to go. This Reykjavik is going to easily steamroll their way to this victory.
I don't know. I think the Hammerheads can still win this.
God dang it. As Kobayakawa is going to get 3rd and 3.
I guess one other thing we can highlight, since we're still slobbering all over 21, is the dedicated kick and punt returner.
So that's an interesting thing you bring up, because I don't know if you saw that conversation today. I don't know if it's doable from the CSV.
Interesting.
As Reykjavik will get it.
Be doable? I thought it was in the CSV.
I'm not sure.
Is it not?
Another league that uses 21 was saying they couldn't do it. But I'm curious what Danny says. He might say it's just something really obvious that we all missed.
Interesting. I did not notice that. I thought it was in the CSV as dedicated kick and punt returner.
If it is, I've totally missed it.
Chart. I guess not.
You know what? Maybe I should open one of the sample teams and take a look.
Assuming it is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something Danny will change. Would you ever consider having PR and KR be dedicated positions?
I don't think so. I mean, no, I don't think I would, because you can have them focus on that. So first and foremost, there are no stats that they have to focus on that another wide receiver would or could. And that'll do it 42-0. But I also think, and this is... this is my other thing, which is I don't think that I'd want to do that anyway. If someone wants to specialize and focus it, I'm not going to stop them.
Sorry, 420. That was the final score.
Blaze it.
Good job, guys. You guys did it. You got the best score of the season. Sorry, go ahead.
So, I don't, unless there's like a kick returning vision and like punt returning vision, I don't think I would.
Fair enough.
Because you can just throw them at, you can have them specialize and be a wide receiver, focus them at wide receiver 5, if you feel that strongly.
I'm
All
just
right.
realizing, too, we could have anyone be a kick returner, like, with no injuries. I mean, Thad could be.
Good night,
Actually,
Haseo.
yeah, actually, we're gonna move Thad to kick returner, Jeremy. I think we should probably find a new QB. Like, I don't know, anything. Maybe a Botterman.
Botterman might be a good bet.
All right, Reykjavik Narwhals. 2 Icelandic teams. Let's go.
I think it would be a slaughter fest. All right. We've got the Aliens. Are they hosting the Vipers? I think they
Oh,
are.
no.
I mean, I kind of was hoping it, but I can look it up
All
too.
right, I don't think anyone claimed your face, Jen.
All right, well then it just gets pulled. We are in Roswell. All right, if there's one thing, for those of you who don't know why I'm really excited about this game, I've got 2 really good reasons. One, if you haven't watched the last 2 Omaha Vipers games, I can't stress enough, go back and watch them. They are phenomenal. They are just great football games. They lost both of them, but they lost both of them with 3 seconds left to go. They are great, like, buzzer-beater games. So that's the first point. The second point is this. They've played, and mind you, they played the Aztecs and the Flamingos, and they played them both close. And they have played the range. They have run the gamut. And the other thing is that consistently, the Aliens have been, we just need to win this, and the postseason spot that we want to be in is ours. And they get to the Vipers, and all of a sudden, the Vipers go, yeah, we got nothing left to play for. Let's murder them. And it is amazing. So we'll see if that holds today. But I have always liked the Vipers-Aliens rivalry, because it's just absurdly evil.
It kind of is. I feel like, yeah, I feel like when the other team has more to lose, the other one is even more brutal. Like you were just saying.
So it's just, it is brutal. So yeah.
All right, let's get some alien action.
So what do you think? Do you think the Vipers will show up, or do you think it's going to be an Aliens destruction tonight?
Hey chat, who said I jinx?
You're no Phil, but deep bomb downfield, salami lid.
I'm gonna say the aliens. I'm gonna say the aliens win this.
All right. Vancouver's hoping for more chaos for me. Now, actually, if the Aliens win, it's actually worse for me.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! I didn't jinx them.
Game's not over.
Yeah, but they scored. That's good, right?
Yeah. Hey, Darkness, how's it going?
It's good. I'm here for Vancouver to have max chaos.
Excellent.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to
Yep.
talk to you again.
Yeah, I'm not original. there.
Everyone scouts me like that.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, what was it? Dust is still here. I believe, Dust, this is where you say dagger. If you
Dagger.
don't know, we had like someone say dagger in the Omaha Flamingos game like 6 times, and it was absurd. It was all in the 4th quarter. As
Woo,
Felix
wow,
Bortlestone
that was-
will get the first.
You look at I see a little footwork, little jig.
And it's a fumble. Kevin Frost is going to break this game. Ah, he's tackled.
Hey, lots of movement, not many yards there.
That is what they call moving of the feet.
You know, like, oh man, that was just funny. Like he didn't know what to do. Just, I heard the Scooby Doo like foot shuffle noise.
Okay, sorry about that. I've been so busy now. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, you just missed the funniest fumble recovery ever.
Yeah, and it's coming back
And
with
pick
Skylar
12.
Hawkins. The only Viper to make the Pro Bowl will get that one. As Bortlestone is tackled for a loss. Alright, since I've got y'all here in the booth, Dust has already given me his prediction. Darkness, who do you got? And Steve, who do you got?
I think it's gotta go to Omaha.
Alright. Steve?
Steve,
He's back and then...
It's Omaha too.
yeah, you hear that?
I heard
Steve
that.
said, "Oh,
Alright, 2-1. Grimes back to pass. By the way, there's a lot of bad... I mean, it's not really bad blood, but there is a lot of fun in this rivalry match. So, Infidel, the GM, is kind of the reason the aliens are a dominant force, but he's now the GM for the Vipers. He got the aliens started in a great spot. Anton Grimes was traded to the aliens for Koton Shiomi from the Vipers. Infidel trader confirmed from Shiny. As we hit the end of the first.
you used the wrong version of trader. He was traded.
No, actually, he was drafted. No, he was a free agent.
That was just a play on words.
Ah, I see what you did there. Took me a second. Well, he was a trader because he traded the players. So yeah, you're right. As Billy Bob Booker Thompson. Bortlestone, short gain.
Green 29. Green 29. Set.
Oh, aliens bringing the blitz and it paid off. They
It
brought
paid
everyone.
off big.
All three linebackers came rushing in through every gap.
And yeah, no, it's the OL just couldn't hold. Bertha and the aging and old hummus god. And Grimes finds Radiant's ham. What were you saying, Tater?
I could go for some hummus.
Hummus is great.
Blue 26.
Both the user and the food.
26.
Speaking of hummus, later on this month, we will be having our Cross League Sim podcast. I will not be there, so Adam will be there in my stead.
There hasn't been a lot of passing this game. I feel like both teams have been trying to keep it safe and keep it on the ground.
Well, so one of them makes sense. Do you know which team has the most heavy run offense?
Omaha.
Nope.
Aliens.
Aliens. They run a 50-50 slider split.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw a 50-50 chance. I went for it.
Yeah. You had the exact same chances as them of a runner or pass play. As Tabatabai, who, by the way, by his estimates, needs about 26 yards to break 1,000 for the season.
It's not gonna work this way.
Not Tabatabai, Henriksen. My mistake.
Playing it pretty safe from second and long.
There's an offsides here. Shiomi's going to find Botterman, and
Well, they might just decline.
they're going to decline because it's more yards. Gotta love the AI logic. As Steptoe is going to boot this one. I'm still surprised Steptoe didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Look, I'm surprised by the Pro Bowl in general.
I mean, what it is it's all voting. So, like, the teams vote for their
Yeah.
players. Teams don't vote. Their players don't make it.
Did I not vote? I thought, oh!
Anna Kendrick, the GM, will get that pick. And by pick, I mean fumble.
You're going to miss
Good
that when
end
it's
of the
gone.
quarter.
17.
I thought Pro
Green
Bowl voting
17.
was done by Danny this year.
No, he did the
What?
American roster and depth chart, but he did not do the voting. Oh no, we leave
Oh.
that to everyone.
Damn, did I miss the voting?
I think you did.
I guess I shouldn't complain. I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl unfair. Everyone else voted wrong.
And Steptoe's kick is good. He is still perfect on the season.
How did I miss that? I gotta look back and see why I'm so stupid.
Don't worry, I'll yell at you for awards voting.
Oh, awards voting is so hard.
29. Strike.
Awards voting's fun. Salami led.
Black 39.
Salami Lid was one of Thaddeus Branson's favorite targets in
Oh, absolutely.
the Rail Raiders inaugural season. That was fun. Good
And
player.
it's Chuck Finn's range, but they don't call the timeout.
AI logic.
I'm so excited for 21. That's going away. So excited.
It's so worth already.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to have AI good enough to ice kickers.
It's so,
Damn, it's gone! Sorry about that.
It's
What?
okay.
I'm watching the film
Who's
right
playing?
now, so you'll gotta bear with me.
Blue 19. Blue 19.
Shiny,
okay.
so to answer your thing, yes, it's definitely
I
a
don't want to
problem.
be kicked out just for saying that.
Green 1.
Shiny, to
Omaha's
answer...
really got to start getting something going here. I feel like they've been close.
Yeah, they're not going to do it this drive. Shiny, I agree with you about the holding of the 3 timeouts. You will be glad to know, and you'll see this on Monday, the 2-minute warning and sort of how the teams use the timeout is much stronger in 21.
31.
Tater and I can both confirm that. We've seen it. We've done it. It's great.
And by the way, we pay them for this sponsorship, so they don't pay us.
Yeah,
Red 44. Red
we say this out of the love of our league and sort of the engine it's going to, as that isn't a patented aliens play.
Three aliens were charged for offensive holding on that play alone.
So, we call that an aliens play because the first time we saw it was William Slayton and, oh god, who is the other wide receiver on the aliens? They ran into each other, pushing each other forward down the middle, resulting in an incomplete pass. This engine has come a long, long way. Like, I get it, there are still problems with it. No, not Warzog. It was some Season 1 wide receiver, Season 2. It was back when the aliens were in their pastel-y colors of purple and green, with the pastel green helmets.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, I'll find them. I'll show them to you. They are beautiful. We've had some,
Omaha's getting a good drive going.
and Hendrickson, he's going to get his 1,000 yards.
Congratulations to Weston Hendrickson. And Boderman for getting 3 yards.
Proud of you. He's got 10. 10 all-purpose yards. That's a legend. And Chester Chest touchdown.
How
All right.
about that?
I have a question for you, Dust, and for you, Tater, since you are both in management. I can ask this. Who is your offensive rookie of the year not named Zach Mouse?
Green 17.
Oh, shoot, I gotta look.
Right? It's an easy answer of Zach Mouse. I get that. That's the easy answer, and he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year because it'd be stupid otherwise, as Grimes is going to take the lead back from Omaha.
Congrats to Salami Lid, man. He's always a clutch receiver.
Literal Fridge is a good
I'm here,
answer.
you all.
What?
I said I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, what the heck?
And Roswell has a 4-point lead over Omaha. We talked about this all season. Omaha has a propensity to hate the aliens when nothing matters for them, but everything matters for the aliens.
Green 46. Green 40.
Well, they have a chance still.
They do. And speaking of chances, let's get fours in chat. It's third down, 20 yards, and a full quarter.
No. Everybody stop for a second. Let's not do fours in chat. Let's do fives in chat. Thank you.
No. We do fives when we hit overtime. We're very clear about that. It's fours.
Well, hold on for a second. We're going to change it up a little.
No,
Oh,
don't.
here
We don't
we
need to
go.
change it up. As Tabatabai will get a great amount of yards.
Listen, if we do fives in chat and then four for overtime, that'd be great.
We just do fours when it's close. So I think it's fine. As pass interference on Morteza Tabatabai.
Interesting. Actually, you know, if we're being programmers about this, it should actually be threes in chat because numbers start counting at 0.
You're not wrong.
But I'm also not right.
But I just don't like you. I just want to make that clear. As
And
there's
that's
an
the killer man tree like
offsides
that
here.
too, okay?
And the offsides
my
is going to
God.
be declined. Omaha is striking the iron wall. It's hot.
Henry logic for once. Woo!
Yeah,
And so people can't catch a ball.
that was close. I mean, they could have put that thing away right there.
That's, I don't bet on that for a second with how the Omaha Vipers have played their last 2 games.
Oh, that's a bad.
And they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
I'm going to predict something. I'm going to predict Omaha's not going to score. But they're going to get the ball back, score, and then still lose.
Okay.
I get the feeling they're gonna.
Offsides here. It's going to be declined.
Within the next 50 seconds, they're gonna go for it. No field goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna be field goal range and just go for it and fail.
Well, so the AI for Omaha will always in the 4th quarter at this scenario in Access 20, as Grimes is sacked. Huge.
They brought the house on that one.
The AI, when down by 4 points in Access 20, not to be confused with Access 21, is always going to go for it when down by 4 or more in the 4th quarter. However, now they're going to go for it because they're down and it's in the 2-minute warning. And it's not the dying seconds. And they're down by more than 4, so they're going to go for it. But here we go. Let's see if my prediction is right.
It's actually really funny you talked about all that logic. It only makes sense for them to go for it on 4th down.
Right.
This is one of the cases where it actually makes sense.
Oh yeah, no. But in 21, they would have gone for that field goal instead of 4th and make it a 1-point game. As Shiomi's going to try and run, but there's a flag. It's a hold. It's going to be accepted, making the 2nd and 15. This is getting dangerous. This has been a chippy game, and I love it. As Henriksen. But hey, it's a rivalry. What do you expect?
You know, if the Vipers come away with this, I think a game ball needs to go to Henriksen.
Oh, absolutely.
Been making big chunk plays.
Shiomi, outside run! It's going to get 9!
Woo!
See? But it has to go to somebody, to be honest.
And Tabatabai will get a first, not able to step out of bounds, so time is ticking.
It actually plays out really well for Omaha.
And, ooh, that's
1
nearly
minute in
picked.
access 1 minute in access is a long time.
It is, especially with how these teams are going to throw. Shiomi's under pressure and sacked. 58 seconds. Time is ticking. 3rd and 20. Henriksen and going to make it 4th and long.
For the game.
Do or die play right here. And they die.
Yeah, they died pretty bad there. That was
That was a bad call.
Oh, that was a horrible whimper.
So excited for 21.
Come on, did you see that put in 50
And-
moves, 10 truck moves, and dagger?
There's the dagger.
There's the salami right through the heart of the Vipers.
Oof. Dustin, say the thing.
Is he gonna?
Yes!
There it is. That was too bad for Omaha. I feel like they were really close to proving that I could jinx teams.
It's okay. I mean, in theory, they just have to score a touchdown, get an onside kick, and score all in 10 seconds.
You are such an optimist. It's actually
Doing
Why-
PBE
why
stuff
do
to
that
take
when
my
you can
job.
West Coast
Thank you.
West?
Then I
there you
can...
go.
And Bortlestone's going to get that, and that'll end it.
Great.
That is Shiomi's last game. Wild. I just want to take a moment and appreciate Shiomi's career. quite a career. All
I
right.
don't think my mic picked it up, but I was clapping. Congrats on a successful career.
Hopefully got a guard of honor.
All right, so it's Battle for Canada time. Who's winning Canada?
Vancouver.
Texas.
Texas is not in this game.
Oh,
We don't
I
even
thought you
have a
were talking about
Texas team.
geopolitics. I just see Texas invading Canada at some point, and I don't know why.
Yeah, for those wondering why I stopped writing write-ups, I actually ran out of space.
He just doesn't love us.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait a minute, what? What did you say?
For those wondering why my write-ups cut off here and just kind of lost all detail, it's because I ran out of space. And so here we go. Steve, who you got?
I don't know, to be honest.
Vancouver. Say Vancouver.
Expert picks. Toronto has a 12% chance of winning. Clear and high winds. Friendly reminder, you can buy High Winds Dude merch in the store. Because that's fun. Where are we playing? You know, we haven't played in New York and we need to. Because it's very important that we advertise one of our other partner leagues.
What league's that, TLK?
The GFSA.
And is this the last game or something?
Nope, we got one more after this. Because Barcelona has been closing us out all season. For good reason. And the game has crashed, for those wondering.
Yeah. Well, folks, stuff happens.
Axis happens.
I believe that was an Elvis Costello song. No, I know, it was Accidents. I apologize to everyone who was listening. Forgot to warn you to cover your ears.
Okay, we just blame Dust.
This is what Dust gets for trying to steal my job. Granted, I want him
Exactly.
to steal my job in the PB. Full disclosure.
What's your job in the PBA?
I am catcher for the Providence Crabs.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm going to actually close the program. I'm going to switch uniforms for the rush. I think something's breaking there. I wonder if I broke something. Everyone, heads up, by the way, sound again. Just letting everyone know that that one wasn't as bad.
I can just give us a random score and we can use that, right?
Nope, not how that works. I mean, I can roll 2 d20s and we can call it there, but that doesn't seem fair either.
I mean,
We could get a
I'm
good
complaining
origami
about
that way, though.
Alright, we're going to pick a
7 to
different
1.
uniform for the rush, because I think that's what's breaking it, hopefully. We'll see. Alright, so, yeah.
Oh, it's back. It made it. So many good rush uniforms. How do you even pick?
Oh, that's easy. We're going with these. The classic color rushes. Our expert picks.
Someone points out that the stream is showing as black. I think you might need
okay.
to restart the OBS
Yeah, it's probably because
Streamlabs.
Right, change of uniform. Great confidence in Toronto. An extra 2% win chance now. They must love those uniforms and play hard.
Hey, can y'all see the screen now?
Yeah, I can see it now. On the stream.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sharing my screen. Don't. I already know this.
I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I guess I already proved I was that dumb once, but I'm not dumb like that at any.
Yeah.
Let's just play the game.
All right. Have the Hammerheads played yet?
Technically.
I'm not sure played is the right word, but they did have a game already. It was
Final
not one
score was
worth going
420.
back and watching. I'll say that. There we go. And I hear the crowd noise, which means we are working.
Oh, come on, Access. Let's go.
It knows I'm phasing it out. It's already scared.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Instead
it's
of going
good.
away quietly, it's gonna go kicking and screaming.
Absolutely. I would expect nothing less from this engine.
And we're live.
Oh, I forgot both teams were home, but that's okay. There's enough difference in pants that we can work with it.
44. Red 44.
I should have
And
put
in the ooh.
Vancouver in the Olivers.
Martinelli with a first down.
Ah, love that face, Jen.
41.
So
It really is
beautiful.
chef's kiss.
Oh, that's an excellent one. I mean,
Shiloh.
that's an excellent Mamma Mia.
Set.
Yeah, that was a half-assed joke. Can I say ass on stream?
I've cursed before. I'm not.
Go.
As long as you don't do George Carlin's 7 words you can't say. As Botterman is going to get a
That was
huge
slow
gain
and steady.
Green 33.
Slow and steady gain there.
up the sideline.
Oh, touchdown to
Yep.
boss. The boss man.
What a blown coverage by the defense on that. I don't know who was supposed to be covering the boss.
Zuko staying perfect from the extra points across the season.
There we go.
Has Zuko made every field goal or no?
I think he's missed one.
Ah.
Red 31.
I know that there's like 2 perfect kickers all season, and I can't remember who the second one is.
Last I checked, he was like 14th and 15th.
Oh, look at that face,
37
Jen.
and 37.
What's the story about? Oh, right, Lions.
Simba.
Yeah, okay, I get it now. I was looking solely at the name and just trying to like figure out like Master Vader.
Well, so he's half the reason that you're
Lion.
called the Victorious. They're called the Victorious Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't know the story,
I think because they win.
no, it's actually not why.
Yeah, this is the first time we're making playoffs in league in our history.
Yeah, this is the first winning season in Vancouver's history. But
Yeah,
they were,
we were.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you. I think we went from a 3-win team last season.
yeah, great job turning around. As Lewis Smith is going to get that pick.
Big hit.
Awesome pick. Sorry. TLK, you go ahead and continue the story.
So, and Zeb
Never mind.
Bone is going to take it to the house.
Hit it back.
Shai
They're just
Balak
so
was
breaking
just
the action.
battle for Canada on the line so much.
There's the white uniforms. Toronto are really stepping up.
I love. So this was the original Toronto Color Rush uniforms, and they're beautiful. They're one of my favorites. I might honestly convert the Rush back to their old classic uniforms next season. I have a lot of uniform ideas I want to do. So,
Oh,
Tater, I'm going to
speaking
lean
of-
on you.
Okay. I was
You have
just going
to
to talk
implement
about
them
that.
all for the new sim. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a point.
TLK, the helmet you posted in branding requests like forever ago, that beautiful gradient with the blues. Would the Frost Giants be interested in maybe having that as an alt helmet?
I don't know. I will be honest.
scramble.
Watch the Dev League game, not watch the Pro Bowl game on Monday, because I did get it for one of our teams.
Oh.
Our international division will be rocking the gradient helms, like similar.
So
Very nice.
So now here's my question about that for a second. Okay. So do they already have commentators for the Pro Bowl?
We do. We have. It's just 2 people, but we are booked up for that one. It's Dust and Legally Blind Gamer of PBE fame.
Okay, so let's say if I want to help out with the Pro Bowl, I can't.
Right, Pro Bowl we're booked on. Playoffs I will need help for though.
Great stop by Vancouver.
Absolutely. Think I could be most improved player, Weston Henriksen. It's definitely a viable option. You did break 1,000 yards tonight, definitely for sure. So it's possible.
Oh, that.
The other one is Slayton. Both of them are good options. And 10 DDs. I might honestly vote Henriksen. As a deep bomb downfield is Shiloh.
30, 20, all
10.
the way to the touchdown.
Yup.
Oh yeah, so let me finish my story now. The
Wow.
Vancouver Victorious Lions were founded by two players, Victor Marino and Lion Nikita, thus the
Oh Lord.
Victorious Lions.
And we finally decided to live up to that name.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mr. Green Army. By the way, you missed it earlier, but your face gen did pop up.
I'm sure we'll see it again.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, we will. Ooh,
As TLK will get that.
again.
Speaking of beautiful face gens, that mug, man, that
That's
is
the one.
one beautiful person. As Grundlesmooch will get that.
No bias.
That TLK joke is probably one of my favorites.
I love it. By the way, mind you, when I took that picture, I was driving my wife to get her COVID vaccine. I was running on fumes,
Oh, break the tackle.
and my hair was an absolute mess, which is why Dom thought I was a redhead for the longest time because of it.
Were you running on fumes like your car, or like you were just?
Oh, we
haggard?
woke up at 4 to drive like 3 hours to get her shot.
Jeez.
Jesus. Was it
Wow.
like the closest place?
Was it like what?
The closest place.
Sort of. Because she worked in New York, even though we live in Connecticut, she was able to get it in New York, but yeah, it was the closest place for where she could get it and when. Because New York rolled out a little bit earlier for her if she worked in a public-facing building. She had to get like all this paperwork done. As the Rush are looking to tie this up, Battabone, and they're going to call a timeout. It's 3rd and 5. Rush are out of timeouts, though. Beeman is sacked.
Zach.
Huge.
Let's go, Lions.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop by the Lions. I think the old bend don't break mentality really paid off.
Absolutely. We see that a lot in this engine. Like, defenses don't show up until you get to the red zone, and then it's like a freaking steel fence. Steel curtain.
A lot of these.
Your best bet is to
touchdowns,
score from 70 yards out.
breakaway. Yeah, because you see a lot of just like breakaway 50, 40-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to the red zone, you can't do that. The defenders don't actually exist.
Yes.
It
This isn't
actually
the
is
Dev
good
League.
service to get in the-
And the 6-2 makes him burn as Blaze Boss. Is he going to be stopped? No.
Burning.
Lewis Smith
Oh,
can't catch up to him.
no.
Blaze Boss has 3 targets, 2 receptions, and 2 touchdowns. 98 yards.
Oh, I know we don't have defensive coaches, but man, if there was a defensive coach for the Rush, I think he'd be screaming at his DBs at halftime.
In his I think
he's
they'd
gonna
be
be
screaming at him because it's, why did you call us 6-2?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's he's screaming at them, but he's probably also about to pack his things.
Yeah.
Somebody would be packing the things.
Easy drops there.
Speaking of 6-2, here it comes.
Woo!
Big Zach.
Got burned from
Vancouver
that heat.
not calling a timeout,
No,
and Toronto don't want to waste the clock. We got
I always love when they kick it.
it's not a penalty in this league. I'd like to point out the Axis engine is the only engine. Martinelli's going to take it to the house.
Get the block.
No, he's
Oh!
not. And they're not
Is it
going to
not
call a
gonna
timeout. He almost...
Oh,
I'm so excited for 21.
Oh, and that's the third time that's happened.
Someone
in
should
this.
I
have a
know.
job.
21, you're going to see that change a lot.
And a field goal.
Yeah, he got the field goal. See? Just didn't count for points that time.
Nope.
Probably a holding.
It is.
Back.
A Sanic. It's me GMing on Madden.
You know, speaking of the engine, I know I've spent literally the whole night talking about it, but one of the things I absolutely love about it that's pretty controversial is the ragdoll effect.
Oh, I love the
So
ragdoll.
freaking funny.
I love the
Yeah,
ragdoll.
it's not realistic, but
It's
I mean,
fun.
come on, that's hilarious.
I
It
think it's
makes me
hilarious.
feel
That
the impact.
and the legal clotheslines. Those are two of
Yeah.
my favorite things. That's why injuries are off. All the clotheslines would otherwise we'd be carting people off.
Oh my god.
I do wonder if you had like, what would if injuries were on? What is like the injury rate in the Sims?
So you can actually modify it. You can choose how often injuries are. Like, I'll show you in a second.
Which sounds messed up when you like just say it with no context.
So like I know for the ISFL sim, it's flat injuries are on or off, but then you have like an injury stat.
Ah, so yes, it's exactly like that. You can have it set. Well, so in 20, it's on or off, and then you can have it on a range from 0
There's Martinelli.
to like 20, and it's absurd. Or you can basically in 21 it goes from 0 to 20, and 0 is off. I've tested that.
Interestingly, I do remember running a test where I cranked. I played a team where endurance was 1,
Oh no.
and I put in injuries at full. And at a certain point, the game started substituting players
Back in.
positions they weren't meant for. Like I think at one point, my kicker was my running back.
Does he get it? No, he gets the swat.
Kylie Ray is hit with a hold.
Green 46. Green 46. Blue 7. Blue 7. Set go.
One endurance. All it makes me think is probably almost like one real life year ago we had the F
Alright.
speed in the ISFL.
I gotta run and grab laundry. I will be right back. But I will let
Sorry,
you.
what were you saying about the ISFL?
We had a F speed moment as I kick a 57-yard field goal.
Very nice.
Mistake happened that his speed got set to the letter F. So we had like 20 rushes for like -3 yards.
Green 1. Green 1.
And
So F speed is what happens when your gearbox gets broken.
yes,
Red 10.
Oh, that's
and
fantastic.
yeah, so he essentially just got the ball and didn't move.
2 back-to-back sacks, sack attack.
Vicious defensive effort.
Oh,
And it's a safety. No.
26.
Ford and 30 Ford. Oh, wow, I can't speak. Let's see.
And
Can they
they're
go 4
going
for
for it.
4? Oh my goodness! Let's
And
go!
that's
Oh,
an interception.
what a series of events! What a
3
defensive.
sacks into an interception.
Exactly.
Green 3.
It's almost a
I'm
double
really
sack, though.
impressed with Victorious Lions, man. I remember watching them just even last season. Just there's one of those
What
good
a,
rag-
that's a ragdoll block.
16. Red 16. Red go.
And we're still a young team as well.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Let me stop you there for a second, okay?
33.
If
Blue
you
33.
if they're saying that they're a young team, that's what these teams are young, okay? And they're going to say, well, they're not in a rebuilding season. Really? I don't. Yes, they are technically, because lots of these teams really want to get young, and that is offside. I think.
1st and 5.
Yep. So, like I was saying, okay, lots of the teams on here are young, okay, and they are in a rebuilding season. It does not mean that they still can't make it to the playoffs. They can in a rebuilding season, okay, but in a rebuilding season, they want to try to get younger players in and try to have a good team. Okay, I'm not saying that lots of these teams are good. Let me rephrase it for you. Strike that. Every single team on here is good. Okay, but will they be good enough to make the playoffs? That really all depends.
Yeah. And there's a touchdown. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, you shouldn't just be able to say, "Oh, we're in a rebuilding season," and like that shouldn't mean that you can't make the playoffs. I think, yeah, like it's totally reasonable.
Exactly.
In fact, that means you're rebuilding really well if you make it to the playoffs in a rebuilding year.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Means you're rebuilding really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of rebuilding, Toronto's trying to rebuild some sort of semblance of an offense after that last possession.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
that
gets the catch.
timeout.
And there they go.
Well, you all, I'm going to tell you this right now. With 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Vancouver has really won this game.
I think that's safe to say.
And they've definitely won this game.
Absolutely, they did. Look at that. See, because if
20
you're up by
108.
41 points, you definitely won that game.
There you go.
with
There you
the
go. Damn.
I'm glad that's the last play. I feel like as dominant as they've been, an instant sack is a horrible way to end it. But, you know, it's just garbage time anyway.
I don't think
That's
it
great.
has had a sack. I think he got the
Great
handle.
show. Oh, was it? I wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't count that tackle.
I don't actually know how to play football.
What?
I'm Australian, so like.
I bet you know how to play football.
I was just kidding. I
Ball on the
know how
ground
to
and you
play
kick it,
football. I
right?
just am not.
I'm back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks
how to
like
be sexy. Like, come on now.
You
I
did
kinda wanna-
miss a very
kinda hope
crazy
that-
down steal, okay?
oh, what did I miss?
Sack, like a double person sack almost for a safety, 4th and 34 on their goal line, and interception.
Wow.
It was brutal for the rush.
It's usually how it goes this season. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Final
fun.
game is in Barcelona. The two expansion teams face off.
Clear no wins.
It'll be fun.
For one team at least.
I'm very curious to see how. I think this is actually going to be a really good litmus test. So, clear low wins, we said?
Can you change the stadium to be the 2D fans?
No,
Okay.
because I'm going to do that during the playoffs.
Okay.
But I can do an indoor stadium.
All right.
Let's do Seattle because it's clear and no wins. So I think
That was good.
well, so it's interesting because in Axis 19, the weather didn't care if it was a closed or an open stadium; it would snow indoors. In 20, they fixed that. Sadly.
Oh, were you making a joke about Seattle never being clear and no wins? Or
No, I wasn't actually, but now that you
Oh.
mentioned it, that's amazing.
I think the Barcelona uniforms are one that I'm looking to maybe update for
I'm
the off season.
I'm looking to update their logo, so hold off on that.
Well, if the color scheme's the same, I might.
Colors may change, but yeah, no. I mean, you can always just make new colors with it.
That's
Yeah.
true. I basically took the main and used those as accents for the sleeves, but I don't know. I sort of like it, but I think it could be done a little bit nicer, a little bit neater.
That's fair. We can also pair on it if you want and sort of work on it.
Green 17. Green 17.
I know that two teams are possibly rebranding. Possibly two teams are rebranding.
Red 23.
That's a lot of rebrands.
I know. I've already gotten started on one of them.
Are you allowed to spill any
Nope.
tea on that?
Nope. You will have to wait and see.
Unfortunately,
Hello.
if you're going to ask me for work, I'd like to know now.
No, this one I've actually already. I had a
Okay.
really good idea for this one, so I just kind of ran with
Good.
it, and it's good from Meatwad.
Attaboy, Meatwad. He won kicker of the year.
Rightfully
Years ago?
so. He's probably going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of 2, maybe 3 kickers currently playing that I see in the Hall of Fame, with how their career has already been. Not a knock on you, Zuko.
9. Set. Go.
Australia. Dang.
I see
Not
4 Hall of Famers.
Exactly.
Still not Zuko.
it's still not Zuko. Love that. No, but I think Chuck Finn obviously belongs in. I think Meatwad belongs in for the exact same reason. And then, while I think he might not get in, my personal vote is Felix Stepto belongs in.
I guess when you compare them to each other, the one who probably looks
Mm-hmm.
the lowest might struggle to get in just
Oh, that was a bad drop. That could have
like
been a good play.
Djokovic in tennis. He's still probably one of the best of all time, but when you're versing like the two greatest of all time, it's kind of hard to make yourself look good.
Yeah.
I mean, as a diehard Djokovic fan, I don't know if I'm going to challenge. I feel personally attacked. I think Djokovic is just that good, but
He is, but no one talks about him.
that's
They
true.
talk about
Nobody
the other
does.
Ooh, there's my boy.
touchdown.
Strand
Atta
Fury.
boy, Grand Fury. I'm glad that he's still making waves elsewhere. I mean, it was hard to see him go.
All right, so here's my question. I want to talk about these two teams right here.
Getting the job done.
I think we can all agree Barcelona's trajectory is up. I don't think they're going to have a repeat season next season as this season.
Realistically, I think their season would have probably been much better, or at least closer, if even just having like a decent kicker.
Yes. Well, there's
Most
luckily
people think-
there's 2 kickers in this draft.
Mhm.
So I
Like,
think you're
you see in most games they're kicking like 60, 70-yard punts, and here
yeah.
they're what, 30, 40-ish yards at most.
Definitely doesn't help them. But so a few things to notice. One, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but their offense is actually driving.
Yes.
So, but that's not my question. My question is actually this. Where do we see the Venom landing next season compared to the rest of the teams?
I say they're going to be on the outskirts looking into playoffs.
I
Okay.
think they'll be still on the lower end of kind of the mid-tier teams.
As Mitchell Gobisky gets it. So you don't think so let me ask a better question, because at the beginning of this season they predicted as Fuzzy Dotson
Oh!
makes 3 nightmares miss.
Good dodge.
Someone call Footlocker because that defense needs new shoes.
Whew. And Strand Fury touchdown.
And
Man,
then get them an ice pack because they just got burnt.
Yeah.
Grand Fury, are you in the chat? Because I just gotta say, you're like one of my favorite players to watch still. No, he's not.
I sadly the Venom is the one locker room I'm not in, so I can't bother them to show up to games.
Yeah.
Why would you bother when you have someone like Gumberman running out of bounds with an int? So bad, Gumber.
Ooh, good sack there. That would have been a penalty in the NFL.
It was a penalty, just a
Especially
different,
with that
just a different type of penalty.
That's called using your head.
Yeah.
That's why I love this engine sometimes. Just absurd. So anyway, my question is this. The Venom predicted that they'd be, and a lot of them predicted super casual bowl bound, but they said at the very least playoff bound. They didn't even get that. What do you think this does for the team next season?
I mean, if they just keep making good pickups, in the draft and in the in free agency, I mean, they got a lot of good parts. I mean, Greg Gase is a pretty solid. I mean, geez,
JQ.
look, there he goes. I think that they have the option to. Were we talking about the Nightmare earlier? Because I think the Nightmare will be bottom of the mid.
I don't think the
Venom, I
Nightmare.
think
All right, here we go. I'm gonna have you guys predict this right here, right now. Who is picking first next season? And ignore draft rates. So ignore trades. What team is going to hold
Okay,
them?
because I was just gonna say Denver probably.
They'll just trade out. Is what you're.
Yeah. That's a good question. Trying to think
I
of who
think
might
the
be slumping.
safe bet is Barcelona still. I think they've probably got more than one season of development. The
I've
question is
been kind of
there
noticing
another team that's blowing up?
the rush might be.
Yeah, that could be.
See, I just don't know, to be honest.
I mean, I don't think any of us know. It's why it's taking wild guesses.
Oh, and he stepped out of bounds.
No one would have predicted that the Wallabies would have bidded the postseason this season.
Nope.
Damn it, they
Like,
made it.
Oh yeah,
see, people, like I said, some teams are in the rebuilding season, but they still can make the playoffs.
yep.
Damn it. Wow. Oh, that's the worst news I've heard all day.
Which-
Oh,
You didn't know
Oh.
that? They clinched like
No.
2 weeks ago.
I just have been suppressing it.
Yeah, most spots were kind of clinched. And touchdown!
Ragnarok.
Here they are, the comeback, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof.
Did anyone else stop beating there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Very much so. I'll punch it a few times, make sure it starts again.
Man, those damn Cinderella story guys. Ah.
No. It's her dominant season this season.
Barcelona to win their first game right here, right now.
I'm here for
Do
this.
we
So
know who the Wallabies played in the postseason? Is that decided yet?
I haven't done the math.
Okay.
It probably is, but
Because the aliens won, I have no idea.
Oh,
This is what if the Vipers had done their job and won, done their job, and by done their job I mean made life easier for me. I don't mean like you missed the Lions game, Mo. I'm sorry to say, but you will be able to see them next week as they play in their first ever playoff game. Not next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
it's a pretty good win, if I must say so myself.
Yeah,
then you should.
you did win. You won the battle for Canada.
41-10, I think the final score.
I thought it was 35.
I thought we hit 40.
I don't think you did. I'll check the scores after.
They accepted a 4th and 10 instead of declining for a 4th and 20.
Oh, but Mo, I might have a question I need you to ask Danny, depending on how Monday goes. So, in the event that the American division loses the Pro Bowl, you have to ask him how he feels knowing that that he could not beat the best minds of our league in your podcast. It is very important. And Ario's going to score.
Defense where?
Yeah, they're already heading to the locker room, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they are.
As a reminder, because it is a blowout game and it's not even halftime, lore questions are free. You don't have to redeem points to ask questions to the booth.
Yep. Ask any of us questions, folks.
Yeah, ask me anything.
Nah, don't ask me.
I'm a cesspool of knowledge. I'm a well of knowledge.
There you
Oh,
go.
Lord.
And Falconen! Go! 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 Yes!
He's not going to the set early.
By the way, I want to be very clear that generally I don't promote bias in the booth. However, if a team is winless, you always root for the winless team.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah,
What? Where did you come up with that?
I've come up with that. I've had that for seasons. I've had that since the Hammerheads have existed. So season 4.
All right, guys. Hate to do this in the middle of a riveting game, but I'm gonna bounce.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. How'd your interview go, by the way?
Oh, I talked.
All right,
Yeah.
Good. Talking's good.
talking's important. Well,
Yeah,
thank.
we talked. We talked. We had a good time. We laughed. We cried. I probably won't get the job, but that's okay.
All right,
Open catch.
at least you know that.
Yep. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you for joining us, Tater.
You bet. See you.
Nice little fly off for another first down. Building something here in offense.
I know. I'm loving it.
Exactly.
I said this is a litmus test for Barcelona. It's not going to be a win, but seeing how far they've come as an offense is going to be really important for building next season. And honestly, I'd say they've improved a lot over the course of the season.
Yeah.
Some games results, they've definitely gotten better. Does it get a
All right.
in the 20?
No!
Oh, the doesn't get the bounce.
Doesn't work the way he wants it to.
Holding, no, offside. God damn it, Bottomman.
This is where, and it's a fumble,
Oh,
and
big
Bottomman
hit.
recovers.
What a hit.
47. Blue 47. Go.
Still a bit of bite in this defense of Barcelona.
Ready.
Yep.
Go.
Another outside throw. Fuzzy gets wrecked.
Red 23. Red 23. Set. Hike.
And it's going to be a stop by Barcelona. Oh no,
26.
third down. I'm bad at this.
26. Tonight.
Okay, can't math.
And there's
And it's a first down.
Green 17. Green 17.
They've really slowed them down here.
And that one's
Where
just
is that
Benjamin
ball?
K, the one nightmare to make the Pro Bowl.
Black 41. Tonight.
Oof. Nearly coming right back, but somehow
That would have come up.
they decide to drop it.
Yep.
Mercy rules.
I don't know. Did you watch the Aztecs game against the Nightmares?
Yeah, I went back and watched it and I learned what the score was.
There was no mercy that game. Steve, I don't know if you watched it, but the final score was 107 Aztecs, Barcelona Nightmares 0.
That's a.
Yeah.
See, there should be a no mercy rule.
It's
I think
so the problem is that we can't get the
And
stats if we cut the game off. So
No, not to cut the game off. A mercy rule means that if you have enough points, the other team should be able to somewhat score some touchdowns.
yeah, the engine
well, when you only get 3 first downs the entire game,
it's really tough.
and I would have had a fourth, but it got called back for a penalty.
Yeah, it
Kind of
was.
hard to score. I think like by half time it was like 8 touchdowns for the.
This offense had a night.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Barcelona not only didn't get many touchdowns, they would throw picks from their own end zone. So they'd be starting at like bad field position and then giving the ball to the Aztecs at great field position as Lucario scores again.
Still got another quarter. If they can hold them to under 60, I think Barcelona.
Yep.
That should be their target now.
Oh, Darkness, I have a question for you because I've got you here. The ISFL banner, do I need to make any changes to it, or is it good and it passes muster for you? As Miller makes a man miss.
Banner, what do you mean?
So so if you notice on the side, so there's Simulation Hockey League on the back,
Yeah.
and then there's the ISFL one.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's a simulation hockey league?
Oh,
Yes.
there's a lot
SHL.
of SHL, the Pro Baseball Experience, the ISFL. We're partnered with a lot of sim leagues.
Do you have the hockey's Discord?
Yes, I do. So actually, if you go into our affiliates tab on our Discord, it'll be pinned.
Oh,
Can't miss it.
see, I didn't know anything like this, so
Oh yeah.
maybe I can help them out too.
SHL is honestly a phenomenal league. I have nothing but love for it. It's also honestly the league that I strive to emulate. Any league that can go 50 seasons is to me a winner. Hello, Toasty. How's it going?
Yeah, how you go? How's it going, Toshi? We're gonna look. Alright, so extreme cool. What's the Extreme Access Football League?
That is a Access on mobile. It's not a sim league, but it is a league where they simulate a season and just have the AI run it with AI players.
Oh.
It's kind of fun. And that one's going to be a coffin.
All rounds.
Alright, what do we think? Safety or no safety? Call it.
No
No
safety.
safety.
Alright.
Gets it.
McWigan's been throwing it tonight.
Decent. About 50% completion, right?
Toasty, do you want the good news or the bad news?
I want both.
Well, I want to know what he wants first. Actually, I'll tell it to you in order. Bad news, you lost. Good news, you covered the spread, so you won the division.
Red 16. Red 16. Set hike.
First down, no.
Nope.
Red 44. Red 44.
Toasty's gonna wait a few minutes because he's just on the coffin corner. So, he'll hear it in a minute. Yep, there he is. He says both, and then he's gonna go, aha. And now he's gonna hear all of the things that we're gonna say 10 seconds after we say them.
Oh, I think it's a bit more than 10 seconds.
I know.
That's a shame.
It wasn't a bad Softens game as much as just a good... It wasn't a bad Softens game as much as the Wallabies doing their usual win on low-scoring games. If it's a shootout, the Wallabies will get stomped, but if they can keep you close, boy, they're tough.
Green 46. Green 46.
And also, Toasty, there's one other answer to that, which is William Goddang Slayton. And by the way, Barcelona held Las Vegas to 0 points in the fourth quarter. Good job, them.
Okay, so where's it at for this hockey thing? Because I don't see it.
I'll send you the link. You actually, if you go to simulationhockey.com, you can actually find them there as well.
Oh.
Is this still on? It just ended, Jeremy. It just ended. Alright, well, thank you all for tuning in. Toasty expresses a sentiment that has been a battle cry for seasons. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you on Monday for the Pro Bowl, and then we'll have playoffs. I'm going to start doing the math now. It'll be fun. So, yeah.
Have a nice night, you all.
You too. I think I had a look in the pins for affiliates. SHO isn't actually.
Oh, shoot. Ah! I disconnected the wrong thing.
Oh, you're fine. He said that the SHL is not for you.
Gotcha.